Hello and welcome to another reading vlog. It's Monday, it's about 2 o'clock. I'm reading A Little Life and I'm over halfway through. I'm on page 380. It's 700 pages. Right now, I think I'm in the perfect frame of mind to read this book because mentally, emotionally, I'm not there. And this book is making me mentally, emotionally, even further not there. Reading this book is like a hog of emotional drainage. I thought A Thousand Boy Kisses was a sad book. Don't get me wrong, that book was so sad. Continuous sadment too, but this is a different kind of sad. This book is a lot. So many trigger warnings. There was a scene in this book around page 350. I can't tell you what happened, but just literally start tearing up now because the aftermath of it was just heartbreaking. And this author depicts scenes like there's no tomorrow. They're so graphic and it's just really hard to read. I haven't cried yet, but I have like not teared up, but I have got a little bit emotional because I'm not feeling good in my life and this book is just really propelling me to not feel good. Okay, I'm gonna read for a bit. Goodbye. I'm on page 400. I just can't believe what I'm reading. There's another trigger warning for child prostitution. This author is so graphic about it and it's really hard to read. The manipulation that I'm witnessing here is incredible. And I'm just thinking of how this character's life would have been so much different if these things didn't happen to him, and how he was such like a joyous child and he had hope and then it just disappeared. And this is the one thing with this book, there is no hope. There's no hopeful ending, there is no happiness. I'm now on part 5, The Happy Years. I'm on page 428 and so far part 4 has been traumatic. All of the above of horribleness, all the trigger warnings. I want to finish this book like right now. Right this minute. You can't help but feel so much for these characters. Like the author does an amazing job each section, if it's in a different character's point of view, of making you feel such empathy for them, which is an amazing thing to have as a writer. The only bonus thing of reading this book is I haven't broken the spine yet, which is wow. I'm also kind of reading Laura Dean Keeps on Breaking Up With Me. It's a graphic novel on page 92. I want to say this is lighter. It obviously is lighter because it's only a graphic novel. This book still deals with like toxic stuff. Like I just can't get a break with all these sad books and just terrible time books. It's honestly like a 3-star, to be honest. Hello, it is Tuesday, the best day of the week, some might say. No one says that, I don't say that. I've made progress on A Little Life. I'm on page 472. And I love how this part 5 is supposed to be the happy years. Where is the happiness? I see no happiness at all. So the 4 main characters in this, I don't care about 2 of them, they're irrelevant. But the 2 other characters, Jude and Wilhelm, are my favorite. They are amazing. Wilhelm, oh, is this slanty? Wilhelm is probably one of the most loyal, amazing characters, amazing person ever I've read about. He's just so amazing to Jude, and Jude is just, he deserves happiness. He deserves happiness. He deserves joy. Reading how Jude feels about himself is really hard sometimes, but Wilhelm is the one. He is amazing. I love him so much. But unfortunately, okay, I was watching a reading vlog, I think Jack's reading vlog of him reading this, and foolishly I went to the comments and I read a comment, then I saw there was comments to that comment. What you do, you look at those comments, and by one emoji, I know what happens to one of the characters. By one emoji. I am sad that I spoiled myself. I'm actually at a slightly happy spot. I just totally forgot. I can't tell you because it's a spoiler, but it's slightly happy. There are still always elements of not happiness, of course, Of course, why would there be happiness? Who needs a happy book? Honestly, this book is fucking emotionally draining me. Even if you've not experienced any of the trigger warnings in this book will take a toll on you. It has taken a toll on me, and I'm not even like on the traumatic bits, even though fuck, I've read loads of traumatic bits, but I heard that the last 200 pages are the worst, and I'm not on that yet. I will be soon. There's a found family trope in this too, and I love it. Harold, I love you. Him and William are just phenomenal. They are loyal, they are unwavering characters. I actually don't know how I'm supposed to read a book after this. Like, how am I supposed to go back to reading a fantasy when I have read this monstrosity? We've learned a lot about Jude's childhood, and honestly, I don't want to learn about anything more about his childhood. There has already been so much fuckery in that childhood. I do not want to learn about anything more because it's traumatic. I'm traumatized and I haven't even gone through it. He must be fucked. I mean, he is fucked. You can see that in the book. But oh my days. I think we've learned from him being like a baby to, I think, 12-year-old, 13 years old. And boy, those years have not been a good year. They were horrible to read about. I can't believe that fucking happened to him. That's how I'm feeling. Not optimistic whatsoever. Going to my accommodation again because tomorrow we're getting moved out. We have to be out by 10 o'clock. So I'm going there because I have to fucking clean the house because these fuckers I live with, it's the toilet. People don't know how to clean after themselves when they take a shit. It's actually unbelievable. Like the fucking brush holder. The brush holder. The brush holder. It's full of shit. And I'm gonna have to clean it. And it's full of shit. I'm just so excited. I mean, today's just gonna be a great day, isn't it? Cleaning shit and reading about trauma. God, there's so many trigger warnings like pedophilia, PTSD, everything you can think of, it's there. What am I doing? I'm talking shit. I need to get in the car and I need to leave. Dudes, I'm not gonna lie, I could start crying at any moment. I just said goodbye to my housemate. When I got here, she came like 5 minutes later, then we were cleaning the house together. And you know, we got takeout, a spice bag, which was tasty. We watched some TV, then we went for a walk around campus. And then, you know, we sat down for a bit, had a chat, and then she's left now. And it's so sad. I hope we stay friends. I told her like I'll text her randomly because I'll be gone most of third year of college because I'll be going on placement and then hopefully on Erasmus. So I'll be gone for most of the year. So I won't really see her. But oh, it's just so sad. And my room is so bare. There's like absolutely nothing besides the stuff like I brought here. But otherwise, like nothing. There's nothing in the shelves. There's nothing anywhere. I've been in this accommodation for like fucking 8 months. Been with these people for 8 months. You know, I mightn't have liked all the people. I loved my 2 girl housemates. They were so sound. And it was really nice too coming up to accommodation just to get away from home. Like the last few days, you'll probably have known from the tail end of my other vlog, I just haven't been feeling good and I've been wanting to leave like my house. And being here is just nice. It's nice being away, but it's so weird because there's no one in the house right now. It's just me, and it's so quiet. So I'm now on page 484, so not a lot of progress at all. I'm looking at my car and she's looking fine as fuck. I'm just talking shit because I'm in my feels. I'm gonna be staying here the night and I'm gonna be leaving then in the morning. I think I might go somewhere though to sit down and read my book. So I have decided, it's gotten a lot darker. It's only like 8:10, excuse me. I'm gonna do a tour of the whole house because no one's here. Leave my room. I'm room number 5. We leave it. There is room number 4. There is the fucking heater thingy. We have the alleyway into my room. So here we have number 3 and number 6. Then we have this lovely door to get out of our you know, bedrooms. Then we have this lovely toilet that I cleaned today. Thank you very much. Me and my housemate, actually to be fair, I cleaned the bathroom, but you know, she was there in support. We cleaned the shower, and yeah, I love how I'm doing just a fucking house tour. You know, I cleaned this toilet, and that was full of shit. You know, me and my housemate did a tag team. I was like swirling the thing to get the shit off in the shower, and she was holding the shower hose. This is the lovely mirror that I never use because I have my own sink in my room. Yes, so then we go downstairs. Tee-hee. Downstairs. 2 more rooms in there, so one and 2 there. Then we have the door over there. And then we have another toilet, the exact same one from upstairs. And then we have this door going into the kitchen. Right, let me give you a full on. Lovely. You come in and we have this massive kitchen. It was fucking dirty and we cleaned it. It's a great time to be alive. We have the freezer thing and the heater, the open bobber, some windows, the couches, the TV, the little thingy-mabobber. Then we have the kitchen here. It was actually quite a spacious one. We have our little mats wall, which I mean, no one in my housemates did anything to do with mats, so that wasn't very helpful. And then this was my cupboard. I still have some stuff in it because obviously I'll be here tonight. I have my cup of tea ready for my cup of tea. We have our lovely table. Coming into this accommodation, I think I sat on this couch with my 3 guy housemates, and none of the girl housemates had come in by then. And we were having a chat and we were watching a goddamn football game, and I just couldn't have cared less. This house will hold a special memory to me. I'm gonna miss this place. I miss the freedom of just fucking walking outside and doing anything. Hello, how's it going? I'm in a busy parking lot. It's currently like 12 o'clock and I woke up, you know, reminisced about my house I was staying in, gave in my keys, left my accommodation. I came here because I wanted to like sit down and read. So I went to Costa, got a hot chocolate. I think I stayed there for like an hour and I just read, and it was vibes. I really loved it. It was so busy though, but it was great. And I got to page 570 of Little Life, so I'm doing really good. And we have learned, oh god, I just ripped the page. We've learned more about Jude's childhood, and honestly, stop. I don't want to learn anything more about it. It's just getting progressively more tragic. I think we've learned everything about his childhood now. I hate Brother Luke and I hate Dr. Taylor. I think I'm emotionally dead when I'm reading this. I told myself today though, because I was like, Sarah, you really need to cry, because so many things have happened and I just need to let out emotions, because I haven't cried since January, which I feel like that was a long time ago. So I just need to cry, you know, let it out. I need to pee so badly. I couldn't find a toilet in there. Oh, and these Americans asked me for directions in there. They were like, where's Tesco's? I'm like, fuck, you're a bit far away. You need to go like all the way down, go somewhere else. They were lovely. But yeah, this book is going well. There's 700 pages, so I have 130 pages left. Saying it here now on a Wednesday, I don't think I'm going to cry at the end of this book. I finished part 5 right now. Of course, the happy years were not happy years, an utter lie. Actually, to be fair, there were some happy bits. I'm on page 628. So I have 100 pages now. I thought it was 700 pages. It's 720 pages, and I have 2 parts left to read. I have Dear Comrade and Liz Bernard Street. Predictions: everyone's gonna die. Those are my predictions. One thing I really like about this book is how realistic it is. Like, it really does show real life, and he's really graphic about the scenes too, and at times I think it's excessively graphic. Like, we don't need to know every single detail of that situation. I like how he represents the people around, I don't know, respond to the mental health, or like the dwindling mental health of their friend. I like how he does that. I feel like I've been reading this book for 5 years and it's been over a week. On the back of it, it has little quotes, and the Times literally said, I wish it was longer. I don't think they actually read the book if they said, I wish it was longer. Honestly, I wish it was shorter and less painful. I don't think I'm gonna cry, to be honest, because like earlier on, like a few days ago, it was a bit more fragile. I still didn't cry, but it was a bit more fragile, and I could have. Right now I'm feeling good, to be honest. I'm numb when I'm reading this. Like, I just don't feel anything. I feel like I'm disconnecting from the book. Okay, part 6. Dear comrade, here we go. It almost got me. There was something earlier on in the book that was like left unfinished, or like they didn't give us the answer, and we just found out what it was. I always had a feeling it was this, but just seeing that it is this is, oh god, it's so sad. I'm on page 679. That page almost got me. Okay, I just finished the book. If I look tired, I just woke up and then I finished the book, the last 20 pages. And I didn't cry. It was really sad. I kind of expected it at this point, what was going to happen. This book is probably the most tragic book I've ever read about. Going into this book, I was so worried that I wouldn't like it, because it's just purely no plot, just the characters. For the first 200 pages, I did find it quite boring, and I was really having to force myself to pick it up. But after we started like learning about Jude's childhood, it was really when I started getting into it, getting into the characters. I can see why people cry at this ending, at this book, but I feel like at places when he wanted us to cry, like when the tragic stuff was happening, for me personally, because he over detailed it, just disconnected, and I didn't think about it too much, and I just read on. Like the littlest things though, the simplest things almost got me. Like the big things didn't, but the little things almost did. I don't know what to rate this book. On one hand, I want to give it 5 stars, because it was, like, this book is a masterpiece. It's a book I don't want to recommend to people because it would be so triggering for people. It's so realistic, it shows you real life. It's a good representation of mental health. Then on the other hand, I want to give it like 3 stars because I didn't enjoy it a load. I'm here to do my more comprehensive end thoughts. I've washed my face. I still look tired, but I washed my face. Okay, so, A Little Life. First 200 pages or 250 pages where the author was making you like the characters, you're getting to know the background of the characters. Bits were the hardest bits for me to read, because I realised I have to have a plot in a book. I have to have maybe not like a full love interest, but like something. So then after the introduction, 300 pages or 200 pages introduction, the author then went straight into the pain. And I think the main reason I didn't cry because of this book was because of what he wrote in the middle, like the pain chapters of Jude's childhood, because they were so graphic and so terrible. I felt numb reading them. I didn't feel anything. I felt sadness, obviously, for Jude. Those big points of pain. The author probably wanted us to cry because it was so graphic. The biggest parts, like the most visual graphic parts, didn't get me, but the small things almost did. I really love the characters in this book and the bond they have. In this book there's a really strong friendship, which I really do value in books and I like reading about. And there's the found family trope, which is just so beautiful. I'll try and put in the trigger warnings for this book in the description, because I know me saying, oh, it's every single trigger warning is not helpful at all, because obviously what are those? So I'll try and put them in the description. I don't know if I can recommend it. You have to be in a certain time of your life, a frame of mind. Like, I'd say going into this book you want to cry. Like, going into this book I wanted to feel emotions. That's why I really started it. This book is a lot. I don't know what to rate this. Reading vlog just became a dedicated A Little Life reading vlog. But I did finish Lara Dean Keeps on Breaking Up With Me yesterday. The book, it was okay. It was nothing special to me, so I give it 3 stars. I feel like I should have given it 2 because I really did not feel anything towards the book. I've also picked up Death Note Volume 10, which is exciting. I don't know what to rate this. What do I rate you? I don't know. But anyways, hope you enjoyed. Peace.